Warm hands, but there's something cold in the way you are. The things you said had me going good, but it left a scar. You invite me and then you turn me down. Get my hopes up and then you're gone. I fall for every word that you say to me. So hard, being drawn to you so easily. I am stuck in a loop of chemicals. What's the point of this? But I don't wanna be alone. I keep looking at my phone, but you never call me. And then I see you on the street, said your heart just skipped a beat, and that you miss me. It's always the same story with you, but I just cannot refuse you. I'm sad after this time that I'm out, that you leave me with this rush. Why am I so curious? So curious, so curious.
Hey guys, and welcome back. We finally have finished our pool deck, and I say finished because it's probably as big and as much as it's gonna get. If we do decide to build onto this anymore, then it'll be a while because lumber's not cheap and we are not made of money. So this was a pretty expensive project to put the rails up, to add on to what we already had. We got this pool in 2022 and we had a small 6x6 just little platform basically built because the ladder to get in the pool was wobbly. So we just had that built just so we could mount that ladder to it and just get in and out basically. So this is our third season with this pool, so it has taken a while to get to this point. We just couldn't do it all in one day, all in one season even. But anyway, stick around, see how this turns out.
For the first time in ages, I wake up and don't hate it. I guess I found some peace. Through the day to the evening, without shouting and screaming, something new to me.
We finished building onto this deck about 5 weeks ago, so we have given it several weeks to dry out because this is treated lumber, so it does need to sit for just a little while and dry out before you paint or stain it. So we had given that some time. So a couple days before this, I pressure washed the old part of the deck just to see if it would match the new part, and it did actually look a whole lot better. It still wasn't perfect, so I really didn't want to use a clear stain or sealant. The colors we decided to go with for the rails, we did cedar, natural tone, and for the bottom, we had it tinted slate, which is a transparent black. And you're probably thinking that was crazy to have your deck stained black. That's going to get so hot, but they did say that it was heat resistant, so it's not going to get any more hot than any other color. So, and I put a rug down at the end, you'll see that too, so that'll help with that. Our front porch and back porch gets really hot too, just the steps and anything that the sun hits, it's going to heat it up. I wanted something semi-transparent so you could still see that wood grain through it, but I wanted it to be enough to cover the color pretty much so that the old and new would match. You wouldn't be able to tell that much of a difference. So it took us 2 days to stain this deck. all evening this first night, and then you'll see that it flips over to the next morning, and it took us probably 4 or 5 hours the next morning to get that done. I filmed almost every bit of this, and I had 6 hours of footage. So that kind of gives you an idea of how long it takes to stain something like this. And there was 2 of us, so if I had to do these rails by myself, it would have took a lot longer. So this deck altogether is 6 feet wide, and it's almost 13 feet long.
No matter what I do, I ain't over you.
I thought you didn't wanna hang with me, just not your kind of thing. You'd rather sit under your favorite tree. That's how it seemed to me, but I dared you, and I dared to lose, just so I could be with you. And you hurt me, and you followed through. Now all my dreams are coming true. I just wanna put my heels on tight, dance with you all night, move to my favorite song, go a little crazy to the beat, hear you talk so sweet, my heart just sings along. Baby, I don't want this night to end, no, I can't pretend, I can't control myself. I just wanna be with you forever. I can't believe it, no, it can't get any better now. Can't get any better now. Pretty please, tell me that you think of me, and that you're missing me. Baby, you found my heart and set me free. In every fantasy, now I'm ready, 'cause I know it's true. When I look in your eyes of blue, that you want me, and I want you to. Yeah, all my dreams are coming true. I just wanna.
So this was the next morning, and I wanted to sweep this deck off because we had had our yard mowed the day before, so we had tracked some grass up there, and just in case anything had settled up there overnight from the yard, wanted to go ahead and make sure that was out of the way. I had started this morning off by spilling black stain all over the floor of our back screened-in porch, so that was fun. I will say it came up. We got paper towels and got all that we could up, and then we took a water hose to it, and it came right up. So luckily that didn't leave a big black stain. Not that that floor is in perfect condition, but it's going to be a while before we can get to that. So I didn't want a big huge black stain there for everyone to see until we do get to that. So I know a lot of you have asked why we didn't build on bigger, and we may one day. It's not going to be anytime soon. Like I said, this was not cheap, but we have that screened in back deck. So when you get out of the pool, if you've had enough sun or whatever, you can go up there and sit and hang out and still see the pool. So I can still watch my kids, but be in a little bit of shade. So this gives us plenty of room to get in and out of the pool, put a few chairs, hold everybody's towels, phones, all that, and still be able to sit and hang out down here. But then we've got another sitting area too.
Song, go a little crazy to the beat, hear you talk so sweet, my heart just sings along. Baby, I don't want this night to end, no, I can't pretend, I can't control myself. I just wanna be with you forever. I can't believe it, no, it can't get any better now. 2 years and you never said a word. No, in 2 hours and now we said it all. You know we don't wanna fall in love again. Oh no, just think about what we did. You never never work, no. Tonight, I can tell her you don't care. You always know how to get me sentimental. You always say the right things, like you're pushing me away, then you pull me back in. Like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying. You push away, then when I go all in, like you afraid of what might happen if you're trying. I'm already done with these games, so I might just be honest with that. I'm pushing you away, then you pull me back in. Like I'm your lady, but then you just stop trying. Then you just stop trying. Two nights and you think you know me now.
I've had several of you, after we stained our front porch, ask me if I would be interested in staining your porch or if I had any tips or tricks, and I do not enjoy staining. You guys know I love to paint, but stain is completely different. It's like water, and I do not enjoy doing that. I would probably rather have an ingrown toenail as to stain something again ever in my life. But Heather wanted to do the rails. That's what she chose to do, so I did the floor. And then I jumped in and helped her too. We just jump back and forth and help each other in all projects. But the most time-consuming part for me was going in between these boards, because you want to get down in between as much as you can, or you're going to be able to see down in there that your wood's different. But I did read that you could use like a little thin scrubbing pad, like to clean with. You can dip it in the stain and you can rub it in between, and it is quicker, and it probably would be. I also read if your gaps are a little bigger, you can fold that in two, or fold it in two again, and make it the size you need. So that probably would have helped me a lot, but I didn't have anything that thin, and I wasn't going to run out to the store just for that. I just used my paintbrush. But yeah, staining is not my favorite thing to do for sure.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so down on my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes, and I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking at her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing to me. She's so out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes, and I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country, yeah, she's my country
So when Alden was here finishing up this gate, I told him that I wanted to do it 2 different colors. I didn't want it just one color, and he was like, I don't know if you want to mix colors, and I don't know if it would look good stained a different color than the front porch or the back porch, what you've done there. I think you'd probably want it to match. And I told him, I said, well, our rails on our front porch are wooden and they're white, so it's not going to match anyway because these rails are black. And I said, I'd really like something to kind of match that fence and then those rails, just to kind of play off that black. And he was like, well, you can do what you want, but I just don't think it'll look great. But I will say that he said it looked good. He was like, I do really like it, actually. The thing about stain, like I said earlier, it's just so watery. It's kind of hard to detail. So, I mean, of course, it's 2 separate pieces of wood, so there's a division there, but it drips so easily, so you've got to be really careful. Like when I was doing the sides of those floorboards, I had to be extremely careful not to let that drip down onto the outside of the deck where Heather had already stained. Okay, I was going to show you a TJ Maxx haul real quick. We got 2 beach towels, like oversized, bigger beach towels. Found a 2-pack of these shorts, so I grabbed those. Got this rag for my laundry room, this rag for the back door because when people come in from the pool, it's slick. I got this tank top for myself from Kohl's. That is not what I got today. It's Lakeley's dirty, onesie. I got this for the pool deck. Flashies and treats. I got, Lakeley got a bunch of little outfits. Yeah, we got Lakeley all kinds of outfits, toys. And I got these. Oh, and she got some little blankies. Okay. Yeah, and she's got one on. I got some face cream. We got these little roller things to put our plants on. That way they wouldn't sit directly on the deck and ruin the deck. So I thought we'd just grab every one they had because I don't know how many it's going to take. And then I bought this. It's an oversized, bigger pot. And I cook tomatoes and then put them in cans. That's how I can them. I don't put them in cans, then boil the cans. So anyway, this is huge. It's a 10-quart casserole dish. So it's pretty big and wide, but I like that it's wider instead of taller like the stock pot. So yeah, that is what we got from TJ Maxx. And Lakeley not having it, is she? Lakeley's like, y'all stop. Okay, and I got a new frying pan. Forgot to show you guys this. It's got wooden handles, a wooden lid, handle and a lid, wooden handle. So far it's really nice. We'll see how it holds up.
I've been here before, familiar with the view. This ain't nothing new. And every time that you walk through the door,
When I seen these little rollers for your plants to sit on, I thought that would be perfect for our back deck because I don't want it leaving like rings from where those metal pots sit or rust or, just anything like that. I wanted them up off of the porch. I bought all that they had and I had one left over. So I'll give that to Mom or Lexi or save it for next year or something. But just a little shout out to Heather and Alden. They're always so good to jump in and help me. And I said it before and I'll say it again, but I bet Alden is so afraid to answer the phone when I call. I bet he's like, what is she doing now? What is she gonna ask me to do? There's no telling. I mean, you just never know with us. And then Heather's down for anything always. So she is awesome. She is the best friend ever. She is definitely someone that would be down for anything. I'm extremely blessed to have the people I do have in my life.
Feels wide open, stuck in the moment.
You know that I'ma keep it cool. With you I feel like breaking rules. On the edge, looking out with no parachute.
Today's devotional is just keep moving. The weapons we fight are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. 2 Corinthians 10:4. Paul found himself in a unique situation. He wrote powerful letters to the church, but when he arrived in person, some weren't impressed. Paul could have turned around and given up, but he didn't. It wasn't about how great of a speaker he was, or what people thought about him in person. He had been given the authority by Jesus to overcome whatever had a stronghold in his life. All that was required of him was to keep on going. No matter what season of life you're in or what race you're running, there is no speed limit. If you stop to take a breather, he is going to rest with you in those places. When you don't have the answers, he will show you the next step. All that is required is that you keep going. His divine power will be with you, working every step of the way. That's just part of the devotional that I read this morning, and I'm not going to read it all. It's pretty lengthy, but in one part of it, it said the first mile is always the hardest. And for me, doing a project, I guess, the last mile is always the hardest. The fun part is seeing the initial change and all of those fun things. The hardest step for me is finishing a project. I almost did not do those 4x4s, the post, holding the deck up. I was like, I'll do it another day. Nobody will see. I'll take a picture from the front. I can edit. I can make it look, whatever. But I did not, because I have been so big lately on finish what you start. So I pushed myself to do that and I got it done. I was giving someone relationship advice yesterday, like I'm qualified to do that. But here I was, and I told them the first few days, the first week or two, it's really, really hard. But when you get past that, it's going to be easier. I promise it gets easier. So I can see why they said in this devotional that the first mile is always the hardest. But let me know, which is harder for you? Is it the beginning of something or the end of something? Because I'm bad not to finish, but I guess it's a different situation. So I totally understand those differences. But project-wise, I like starting it. I don't like finishing it. But you guys let me know what you think about the deck. I just thought the two colors would be a little different, and I do like it. So, too late now not to like it, right? But I think it's a little less boring than just a plain old deck stained one color. But I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Remember, Jesus loves you, and I will see you guys in the next one.
God, there is something more than this. You can have all the world. I want to be a shining light, live a life that shows through the darkness, a fire burning in the night, be a hope for the world so broken, be a friend to the lonely, the joy that he showed me, make the broken things new. Yeah, I'm the only hope for you.